Hello internet, hello and welcome to this video. Today we are going to create an announcer. Well, not exactly today though. It's going to be a progress that's gonna take us a few videos. And by a few, I mean I'm gonna start a whole new series which is probably gonna take forever to finish. But with the sole purpose of creating the calm and respectful announcer. This series will update once a week and not impact anything else on the channel. Don't you worry about it. But I originally thought this was just gonna be like 1, 2, maybe 3 videos, right? Not a lot. We can just finish this straight away, no problem. Yeah, no. Not at all. Not at all. And let me tell you why. Because I read through the announcer guidelines, and those are just crazy. This right here are the guidelines you can find in the Dota 2 workshop in Steam. So, I guess if you want to, you can read through all of this, but you won't have to because I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly explain everything. So first of all, we got the artistic suggestions. We're gonna talk about this a little bit later on more in detail because it's basically about you need to create an actual character. You just need to have something that's more than just some random bullshit, right? We need substance to everything and we need it to be worthy listening to mostly, because the problem is that lines get repeated very often, and as a result of that we should, if possible, make it in such a way that it doesn't get repetitive even though it gets repeated very often. So that's kind of a challenge. Now next up, audio quality and recording format. We don't have to worry about that. Yes, I don't have a studio, that's true. But I've got a studio microphone and I can record during the night. During the night we won't have any outside sources that disrupt my recording session, and it's just gonna be, well, of the highest of quality. I'm using a Rode NT1A microphone, which is a studio quality microphone with a pretty modern interface as well. So I can guarantee a quality that's at least of the level we need it to be, if not higher. So that won't be an issue. Next up is editing the announcer spreadsheet. Now this is where it begins to get interesting. The thing about these announcers is that there are a ton of options. A ton of options. This right here we don't need to talk about that, mostly because it's just about, well, showing how you edit it, and that's nothing you have to worry about. I'm gonna do that. However, this right here is a little bit more interesting. Now if you take a look at this, this is just some random line bullshit somebody made up, but let's say the Radiant's courier died, right? Then we got the Radiant's courier has been killed. That's a standard line. Nothing is wrong with that. But the interesting thing is that you can have a follow-up, and to that follow-up you can add a chance. So in this case, whenever the Radiant's courier gets killed, there's a 25% chance that the announcer will say "that poor defenseless creature" afterwards. So usually you've got "Radiant's courier has been killed," and next up is "that poor defenseless creature." I don't know what that voice is supposed to be, but it's a voice, deal with it. But you see the point, right? And we could actually alternate that between the two. So for example, if the Dire's courier gets killed, we could say that rich defenseful creature, or courier, I guess. Well, why did I say creature? It says courier, whatever. But you can vary that. You can vary that. Next thing is that you don't necessarily need to only have one. You can have multiples of those. You can have like five different ones, and well, they all get a chance. Indeed. Now, the interesting thing is that we've got a bunch of lines. So I went ahead and took the Bastion announcer. Now this right here is the spreadsheet for the Bastion announcer and all of his lines. As you can clearly tell, there are a lot of them. Now the funny thing is, this is just the announcer. This right here is Killing Spree. Yeah, that's even more. Though Killing Spree isn't all that much. Killing Spree is a pretty low amount compared to the announcer. Which makes me wonder, why is the killing spree just as rare as the announcer? Oh well. Doesn't really matter, does it? Anyways, as you can see right here, let's just take something. Is tower attacked? Okay, we've got Radiant's top towers taking hits. That's actually not his voice. Let me try again. Radiant. No. How does he sound? He's like, good day, fellas. No, that's not him. Good day, fellas. That's better. Radiant's top tower is taking hits. Yeah, I think we're getting there. That's actually okay-ish. But Radiant's top tower is taking hits, right? And the triggers for that is the tower attack. Yes. Is it off the Radiant side? Yes. Is it spectators? Yes. And of course it has to be the top lane. Now, as you can see down here, we've got something called the respeak delay. This line will only get repeated if 10 seconds have passed, since it last was, well, set. This of course applies to any of the other two that are in the same category as well. And as you can see, we've got three. Top tower is good attack, is spectator, is top lane lines. And those are Radiant's top towers taking hits. Radiant's top tower is hurting. Radiant's top tower is bad shape. Something like that. I'm sorry, I can't do that voice. I'm just butchering it. But yeah, you can have like 5. I think you can have up to 5 of these lines. And well, now further down, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, is, for example, if we win, Dire's done it again. The Dire won this time. Chalk it up to the Dire. Those are the 3 lines. However, these are follow-up lines. So if the Dire wins, and Dire wins, right? The player is on Dire's team, then we've got 50% chance of this playing. And for example, the Dire won this time, then you done good. There's a 50% chance of that happening. We also got a 50% chance of this one happening. And of course, the chance between those two is 50% again. So in the end, you got a 50% chance of this one, and a 25% chance of this one, and a 25% chance of this one. Now this right here is the Dota 2 announcer script template and handbook. There are a few useful infos in here, so I'm gonna quickly talk about them. First of all, we've got a limit of 600 lines. Like we were gonna break that, not gonna happen. But there are 117 lines that have to be said in your announcer. And these are these down here. So we've welcome to Dota, all pick, all random, captain's draft, random draft, single draft, deathmatch, easy mode, da. All of these lines, every single one of them has to be in here. Has to be in an announcer pack and has to be spoken in character. So even though we can add additional lines for prepare for battle, like get ready to fight or something along these lines, we still do need prepare for battle to be in here. Prepare for battle has to be a line. However, of course, we're going to just add, I don't know, like 5,000 additional lines for prepare for battle and for everything else as well. I'm gonna put a link to this spreadsheet thingy where you can download it. This is not actually a spreadsheet, but to this thing, right, where you can download it. Just click that link, you're gonna get it, and then you can take a look at what the hell we need yourself. I would put it down in the description, but it's just too much. Like, there's a limit on how long the description can be. Well, this is too much. Like, I can't put all of this in the description. Sadly enough, I cannot. Now, I told you earlier on that we were gonna come back to artistic suggestions, and here we are. So, the most important line in this whole thing is the first one. Intensity, personality, brevity, and above all, variety are the keys to creating a successful announcer. So, intensity, yeah, okay, that's up to me. I'm gonna have to voice act that, and I believe I can do it. I will at least try to do my best. Personality. This one will be difficult, and this will be the one we will discuss in detail today. Then we got brevity. I guess, yeah, we have to keep it short. They suggest for the lines to be shorter than 3 seconds, but a 5-second maximum. Never make it longer than 5 seconds unless it's absolutely necessary. And above all, variety. And yeah, we need multiple lines We need a ton of lines to make it not repetitive, to make it something pleasant to listen to. Another thing is that, sad enough, we cannot insult any people. Now, we didn't want to do that anyways, right? But we should not insult anyone, not even like have anything that could possibly insult somebody. Then also, of course, Dota 2 has a very wide audience, and we want to make sure that each announcer is able to appeal to as many people as possible. Yes, of course, but I think our idea can stand that test. Now, what do we need to know to create that announcer? What is important about him? The thing is, and this is where it's kind of difficult to come up with something, but well, that's what you are here for, and that's why we are going to discuss things today. This is where it gets difficult. We have to establish what kind of character is our announcer. Now, of course, we could just go ahead and come up with some lines, right? And be like, well, he says this and this and this, and this seems respectable and this seems interesting. But then that would be kind of difficult to keep up. It would be kind of difficult to just, yeah, have a common theme in there. So we need to establish just who is our announcer. We need to create a character. We need to make him a thing. We need to make him real. Okay? And, well, I'm just gonna give you what I think he should be. Now, the thing about creating a character is that you need to ask every question, and you need to be able to answer every question about that character that you would ask about a real life person. So, for example, like, who is he? What does his family look like? How old is he? Is he male? Yeah, he's male. That's for sure. But how old is he? Why is he so calm? And why is he so respectful? What relationship does he have to anything around him? What relationship does he have to the players? Now, I'm gonna propose you my idea. Then it's up to you to decide whether or not you like that. You can't just say, yes, take that. That's good. And then we move on. And next week, we're gonna have like, by the way, I just want to get this in here, but from this point on, this is just the first video. In each video following this one will have voice acting in it, will have lines in it, and we will just discuss lines, come up with lines, and it's gonna be the whole theme. But I just had to explain some stuff today, right? Anyways, I'm just gonna give you my idea. And well, you can also leave your idea down below in the comments, or just say you like mine, or maybe you don't. Just give me some feedback, right? But I like to believe that the respectful announcer, he is, first of all, he's pretty old. He's really old. Because he was a veteran, or he is a veteran in the war between the Dire and the Radiant. He fought in that war. He was part of it. He was a hero once. But he no longer is. And he did his part. We don't know which side he fought for. We don't know that. But he did his part. And now he has to watch the ongoing war and doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want the fighting to continue, but he respects everybody fighting it. He respects the war in of itself because he knows what a horror it is. And he's got more of that feeling going where it's like, basically this, too many great men died today. That kind of feeling, right? Where it's like, he mourns over these people that die, but he doesn't judge them for fighting. That's my idea. He, again, is very respectful, but whatever. Give me your idea. I'm very curious. And well, I'm gonna try to, well, I'm gonna get some voices done for next week, for the next episode, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you tomorrow. Bye.